Okay, that's awesome. All right, so let's get with the first question. I don't want to hold you up and my dog's feeling some type of way. So, briefly tell me about your upbringing.
Uh, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Um, my mama did the best she could with us. My dad did the best he could, and I was raised with not a lot of materialistic stuff, but we got a lot of game, a lot of insight, a lot of understanding, knowledge. Learn how to deal with people. Unfortunately, I didn't graduate high school. I ended up getting a GED, and I joined the army, and you know that was
Right.
pretty much my adolescence. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. So, how did you get into music?
I always been a part of doing music. I was brought up in the church, so music always been natural. First time I heard myself on a song was actually on one of my best friends' songs. Um, and it was just an ad lib, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I liked the way I sounded, and I wanted to keep going to the studio. Um, but when I really got serious about it and said it was the only thing I wanted to do was when we got the Pro Tools and the Mac computers over in Iraq, and we
Mhm.
decided we started recording. We were recording over there a lot, and I had number time, and
Wow.
so once I was doing music and I was like bouncing them on CDs or whatever, and just giving them out to everybody in Iraq or whatever, everybody was like, "Yo, bro, that shit hard, bro. You got it. You can do this." And so,
Mhm.
it kind of grew legs.
Okay. So, how if you could put a time frame on that, what would that look like?
Uh, how long I've been doing music?
Yeah, or like you went into Iraq when? Like, how long ago was that?
2000 2007 to 2008.
Mhm.
Then I did 18 months. I did 12 months and I did 18 months.
Wow, that's a long time that to be away. So then you were doing music the entire time?
I mean, along with whatever my job was
Okay, so
during
you
those.
had, I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, along with whatever my job was at that time.
Oh, okay. So you were just off and on in the music. Are you doing music full time now?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
like, when did you begin taking it more seriously?
It's hard to say, like, cause I take music more serious now than I did yesterday. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I think every day it gets more and more fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? And it real. The experiences like even this interview. This is one more interview that I have to put on my resume. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I take myself more serious. You know what I'm saying? As I accomplish more and more stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't take it for granted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I got
Yeah, you
you.
got to say like, let's say in a couple of months, I'm getting booked for shows, and I got a hit record on, you know what I'm saying, all over the world. Yeah, I'm gonna take it more serious than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and then say I can retire in 20 years and start my own record label, and I'll be taking it even more serious then. So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know I'm taking it as serious as I think I can right now.
Right. Okay. I believe you. You convinced me.
That's what I was trying to do.
So who influenced your sound?
Birmingham, man, we the melting pot. Like you got Memphis, Tennessee borders, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, that borders Alabama, Florida borders Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That the whole Miami sound, and then
Hmm.
you got Mississippi on the other side, which is influenced through. I grab all of that from Texas to Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? In Mississippi, David Banner. So it was like we don't necessarily have our own sound. It's like everything is in Birmingham. We a collective of like a bunch of different styles, and we finding our own sound as a collective together.
Okay. You're a cultivator. Cool
Yeah,
beans.
yes, ma'am.
So, like getting into the industry, what is one of the biggest lessons that you learned that you could school another artist coming up?
Man, you don't know near about as much as you think you know.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And at some point, you gotta pick a side and stay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay down till you come up. Like, every time you get frustrated with a situation or an individual, it ain't time to tuck your tail and take your ball and go home. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay down till you come up. You gotta attach yourself to something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's the way I feel about life. You know, a lot of people disagree with how I feel about, you know, the one of the principles I live by. I believe that a man that ain't found nothing to die for ain't fit to live. You understand? Like, I believe that's, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And I
Right.
say that to say, Jamie, you got to find something, dog, and stay down with it. Attach yourself to it and ride that motherfucker out, man. And if the ship go down, man, you got to go down with it because you
Right.
that fucking.
Right.
I know a lot of people don't agree, man. The world don't need to get mad at me. But that's just me. You feel me? I'm riding with me and my squad, and we gonna ride till the wheels fall off this motherfucker, man.
No, you're talking about loyalty. Everybody don't have that. So the ones that don't have loyalty won't agree with that. But the ones who's old school, who know what loyalty means, they agree with that, you know. So you can't trust everybody. But your Dexter Martin up there, him definitely with the microphone, you can trust him, you know. So I get what you're saying, basically. What, in your opinion, should new artists do to get noticed?
It's weird. It's weird. You got to do you first. First and foremost, you got to
Right.
find out what is it inside of you. What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like one of my young homeboys asked me yesterday. He was like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about rapping, but I really like cutting hair." And I was like, "Bro, when you wake up in the morning, bro, you gotta tell yourself that you are whatever that you are, and you gotta live it and believe it. And the passion is what generates the interest. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When people see it, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's performing or whatever, but you can't care how it looks. You can't give a damn about how it looks. I remember the first time I met Miss Dale, and she was telling me, she said perform. Just out, it was me and her son was in a room, and she was like perform, and I performed, and she was like, nah, baby. She said, if you don't feel like you making a goddamn fool of yourself, you ain't doing it right. And I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? But my point was, it was like, all she was trying to say was, you can't worry about how weird or uncomfortable I might make you look, you know what I'm saying,
Uh-huh.
or make you feel. It's like, you just gotta go, man, and you gotta know that this is what you want to do, regardless of what anybody thinks.
Okay, all right. And speaking of this is what you want to do, tell me about your latest music.
My newest single is called Gunpowder Smoking.
Uh-huh.
You know, I got another single that's following up behind that one. It's also out on iTunes. It's called OnlyFans featuring Jazze Pha and Ugly Money Nietzsche.
Okay, so how did you like get the attention of those artists or producers?
Uh, well, put it like this. My manager, Duprano, is also A-Ball MJG's manager, and we always been family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, at some point, I was just able to be consistent enough that he took me serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the same time, even when though I was taking myself serious years ago, when I was like, "Yo, mess with me, man, I'm good, bro." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever it was, my glow, that glow, it
Mm-hmm.
still wasn't bright enough. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean that he didn't see it or I really had it. It just means that the glow needed to shine for a period.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And so now it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So then with your newest single, what was the concept behind that?
Uh, well, gunpowder smoking, the concept is just the reality of being able to to put the new school melodic hooks, all the energy behind like the beat and the auto tune and the melody, but we also wanted the verses to hit reality rap, and so I think we meshed it together very well. And the other single, OnlyFans, the whole concept with that was that during the quarantine, well, right before quarantine, OnlyFans was like picking up a lot of steam, and a lot of girls were promoting their OnlyFans pages. So we was like, yo, let's go ahead and make a song for the girls that got OnlyFans. And then as we started to build a song, Jazze Pha started building the beat, and the beat started sounding real energetic, and it didn't feel like a cliche, like we were just trying to jump on some wave, you know what I'm saying? And then we started thinking about TikToks, and then the beat started making feel like TikToks, and then we did the song, and then girls were sending me you know, I was asking people what they thought about the song. Then girls started sending me TikTok versions of the video of the dance that they thought should be the official OnlyFans dance, and the song just grew lit.
Okay, so with that, like, how did that make you feel after being in, like, trying to build up steam, like you said, and then you got women coming at you doing TikTok videos off your music?
Oh man, that's surreal. You know, that's what we do it for. Like, man, we you know what I'm saying, confirmation is something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you trying and you throwing stuff to see what stick, and then you're planning and you don't know what it is that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? But when you get the confirmation, and you know, no matter where you go, you know, you really like people generate like authentic energy from you, talking to you, hearing your music, seeing you. That's the confirmation. Like, that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm humbled at it all. I mean, you can't even put it in words.
Right. I know, like, you have a huge following. That's crazy. I was like, oh, he got a bop. Okay, that's cool. So, like, you're described as someone that raps about things that you're going through in your life. So if you had to think about a song that you've created or made, which one best describes your life?
Ever or out of the two?
Ever.
Gunpowder Smoking. I'm gonna just go with the single right now. Gunpowder Smoking, man. I think I hit on a lot of subjects. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't wanna rap this or recite all the lyrics to you, but
You
yeah,
can.
you know what I'm saying. I really feel like, you know, when I say in Gunpowder Smoking, I say on the corner, bringing to Arizona, blowing on California, roll on her. I put the pole on her, send her to Oklahoma. My persona, smelling like 1 million. The bitch love my aroma. Boss on her. You swipe a card on her, I'm gonna go hard on her. Hold up. I'm moving fast on her. How about the jag on her? Light work. Whip it, mixing the whole thing. Sick of the dope game. Okay, go make some more plays and go get a 4-way. Fight first. Niggas ain't playing that. See, that was the old days. I ain't gotta say that I got it. Never had a chance to go to college. The daddy made a man out of me, and mama had to pray about it. Made a lot of sacrifices. Mama worked the third shift. My brother loved watching boys, but I was watching birds flip. Young nigga, learning the recipe, saving the residue, trapping the residents. You running for cover, I'm running for presidents. Duck down, a lot of shit ain't said. My niggas ain't scared. Face head, look at the dough rise, then we break bread. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it was just, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just in a way right there. You feel me?
Okay, all right, you can flow. Okay, and I like the fact that you remember what you say. Like, you're not just spitting out stuff. You know exactly, because it's a story. So what do you think about the difference between rap and hip hop? Do you consider yourself a rap artist or a hip hop artist?
Man, I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I think that, like, I give you my opinion about it, right? The status of hip hop, current status of hip hop, rap, R&B, even the fact that like rock and roll and everything, like that's almost faded out, right?
Right.
I think hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, black people music, our stuff, this is the biggest form of music in the world today, period. All right. But it's still the newest.
Right.
Like people were singing before the slave ships came. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this goes back thousands of years. People been singing. So in the real, when we really think about it, hip hop is still at its adolescence. You know what I'm saying? It's new.
Right.
Now some people gonna say it's 40 years old and 60 years old. I don't care if it's 100 years old. It's still the newest.
Right.
So therefore, like, we gonna have our ups and our downs and what we think about it. Yes, the music might sound immature this way, or we might not agree with how it sounds coming from this area or this coast. But at the end of the day, it's new and it's ever evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just supposed to live it. It's perfect. It's perfect the way it is.
Well, speaking of the culture, like, and how music influences, like, with the times that we're in now, how would you use your platform to influence the Black culture with where we are now, with the protest and the Black Lives Matter movement, and just moving beyond this moment?
I think the true artist like they don't. I don't think they gonna be born out of the situation, out of this era of the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter protests. I think that the people that got it, people like myself, you know what I'm saying, like the realists, we already make music about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Black Lives Matter and the protests, yeah, it's cool to talk about now, but we've been talking about it in the music. You know what I'm saying? I think the more people pay attention to those artists, the more they can, you know, relate. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that me or anybody else should make music just for the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that this gives true artists and, you know, especially the conscious rappers, I think it gives them a lane, a platform to let people know that they've been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's gimmicky. Like, if I hear one more coronavirus song, I'm pretty sure. You know that, or the guys that went downtown Atlanta and was shooting videos during the protest.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that they was right or wrong, but I know a lot of people that felt like it was wrong.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? I got mixed feelings because, hey man, you just wanted to shoot a video and, you know, you couldn't find 100 people to come to your house, so you went out and found 100 people to go get in front of.
Right.
You know, but that's just not my thing.
Right.
You know,
you don't ride the wave.
I try not to, but if it catch me, it catch me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you create your own wave. So it's just one thing to kind of like, okay, I'm going to go out and get 100 people, then to get in front of this movement, people getting killed behind this and getting tore up behind this, and you out there shooting a video. So I do get what you're saying. If it come your way, it come your way, but you're not going to force it, basically.
Right, right, exactly.
If you couldn't do music, what else would you be doing?
Coaching Little League football.
Okay, all right. Why?
Yeah. Man, to see the kids, man, like when they that young and impressionable, and I still remember my head football coach name. I remember what he looked like.
He must have been off the chain.
Hey, but they teach you that when you go through the class to become a coach. I coached last year for Pop Warner football.
Wow. Okay.
And so you had to go through the classes, and when you went through the classes, they tell you, man, like the first thing they ask you, do you remember your first football coach name? And every dude in there was like, yep, yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I ain't gonna do nothing else, I ain't even worried about the money or getting paid. Like coaching football. I mean, I love football. So.
Right. Okay. I love that. So you want to influence the younger generation, or you're doing it? You're not wanting to. You're doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, man, like. Who else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say like all these kids ain't got father figures or even their real fathers in their life, but what's one more? It can't hurt. It can only help, right?
Right. That's right. Okay. I can dig it. So, like, if you could give some advice to your younger self, like that football player coming up, what would that advice look like?
Can I have curse, but can I curse?
You can curse.
My advice to my younger self, man, sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. That's what I would say. I was like, man, hold up, girl. Sit down, shut the fuck up, man. Everybody can't be wrong. Right.
Look, that needs to be your advice for everybody else out there, not just for you.
Man, hey, I swear to God, boy, if I would have listened, man, damn. And it's so messed up because it's young boys, teenagers, and it's like I can say the same thing. When I look at them, the way they sit, the way they look at me, the way they hold their hands, the way they shake their head, be like, yeah, I know, I got you, I hear you.
Right.
I be like, damn, I wish I could give you some game. Man, I wish I could put some of this in you, bro. But it's the circle, it's the cycle. So, you know, I mean, I'm gonna just be as patient with them as you know, my mama and my grandmama, my aunties, and you know, my OGs, gangsters. Everybody was patient enough to help me get to where I am. So
right,
yeah,
right.
Here we go.
So, do you think your journey was divine intervention?
Definitely.
And why so?
Because it took a village.
That's right.
You know, that took man. Listen, I know people, and it's man, it's weird because I know people that probably I haven't talked to in years. You know, that gave me some advice. You know, and helped me make it through a situation. I mean, if I was at a gas station and I ain't had no gas, my tank was on E, and if I asked somebody for $20 and they helped me get to where I was going, man, that's something.
That's
You know what I'm
something.
saying? Cause it take like one wrong turn, man. Like I don't get the $20 and I go take $20 from the wrong person.
Right.
Man, it's so crazy. I was talking to my homeboys, and I ain't trying to get lengthy, but I was talking to my homeboys, and I was just like, man, you remember the work, some of the worst days of our lives, like we woke up with none of that stuff going on, right? We with no bad intentions. You woke up, you went to the mall, everything was good. Your homeboy went there, stole something, jumped in the car, asked you to drive. You ain't know police came. You pulled over. You didn't. Your mama mad at you. You know, I don't know, and it's way worse situations that happen like that. So it's
Right.
like, man, the way that I know I'm here, man, it took a lot of positive people, even if or positivity, even if their intentions wasn't positive. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened that led me on this course, man. It's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing amazing. Like you're kind of like that example or the exemption, you know, like this doesn't happen to Black boys every day. You made it through high school, although you say GED. I'm proud of my GED, you know, like listen. Our footsteps lead us to our now point. So if we overcame that, if we accomplished that and then continue forward, who goes to the military? Like that's just your stepping stones was like divine intervention. And look at you now making bomb music, boy. Yes. Yes. So this is my last question. Where can our viewers follow you?
Instagram _Baby Soda. You can find me on Facebook on the Baby Soda. You know, iTunes. You really need to go check out Baby Soda on iTunes. Though,
okay.
If you want to interact with me throughout the day, check out my stories, check out my lives. You know, check out my posts on my feed. You know, like _Baby Soda, man. I'm there all day.
Okay, cool beans. So and just best of luck to you. Like you're already doing it. Just keep doing your thing and leading as you go. So thank you guys.
That's what's up. I appreciate you having me. I'm humbled. I swear, it means the world to me. Like, come on, man. Who knows, man? You might be the one that helped me make the next step to go even further. So I appreciate it.
We touch and agree.
Yes, man. Yes, man. I'm about to go get this hair off my face, though. Get right to the feeding.
That might be good. It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
But it ain't great.
Look, this is not a Mac computer, so nobody knows that you got all that on your face. I'll see you guys later. Or not.